Move and rotate objects in 3D space. We could basically do the move command, and then we can go and do the rotate command. But that's two different operations, and we also have to move our UCSs around. So we have a much easier way to do that. We can do the move and rotate objects in 3D space by using the 3D align command. It's a little bit more user-friendly, and it's a lot less prone to errors. So we're going to go up to the Modify tab under the Home tab. So we're going to the Modify panel under the Home tab. In the down arrow, and Modify, we're going to come over here to Align, and it's going to align objects. So the first thing it does, it says, well, let's select objects. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the object as this wedge to move, and we're going to move it to the back corner. So I select that, and I hit enter. And it says, alright, what is your source point? What is the thing that you're moving? So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to pick on this end point, and I'm going to shift right click, and I'm going to go to my vertex. I'll pick right on that corner. And it says, alright, specify the first destination point. Okay, so where do you want this thing to go? And I'm going to say, okay, I'll go my first destination point. I'm going to come over here and pick on this corner in the back, and I'll pick on the end point, and I'll pick there. And then it says, alright, specify the second source point. So I'm going to come over here and pick on this end point right here. I can go with end point, and I grab that, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, you know, I want to go over here on anywhere on this line. I could do the nearest command. I could actually do the end point over here will work. I could do the midpoint. So I'm just going to come over here, and I'm going to shift right click, and I'm going to say endpoint, and I'm going to put it right over on that endpoint. And then I'll say, where do you want the third endpoint? Well, I want to grab this endpoint. I'll do a shift right click, grab it by this one, and I say I want it to go over here on, I'm going to use the midpoint of this line, so it runs down this edge. And I pick, and boom, it flips it around all in one motion. So all we have to do, we don't have to have the exact point where this thing sits. We just have to have a point on that line. So it could have been the midpoint, could have been the nearest, could have been the end point. And again, over here, it didn't have to be anywhere where that thing sat. It could have been on this end point, it could have been the midpoint, as long as it's nearest, as long as it's on that line. And now I've moved it. So here's my original position. Here's where I 3D aligned my wedge to go. So essentially you have a source, which is the thing you're moving, and your destination, where is it going? And you match them up one for one.